I just got my kids to bed and I wanted to hop on before you watch the video to kind of address what is happening in this video, because I know some of you do not follow me on Instagram. A lot of you come from my Instagram, but if you don't, we are selling our house. And so that's what this video is kind of about. I'm getting things ready for our open house and getting pictures done for the listing. In this video, I'm painting and putting things away. It's really a random Mod Podge of all sorts of things happening, but I didn't want to just like post it and not address it, because it really honestly would not make any sense of what is going on. But that's what's happening in our life right now. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll see me packing and cleaning, of course, and we'll actually be doing some unpacking too, because we are going to be moving into a new house in our same area. We're renting for the next year until we decide where we want to buy a new house. It's kind of all up in the air right now. We've got a lot going on in our family, but we're excited for the future. We're excited to see what kind of comes next. But yeah, selling our house was kind of a crazy decision, just because we expected to be here for at least 5 years, and we've been here for a little over 2 years. So kind of wild that we're already selling, but the time is right and we feel really good about it. We're hoping that it goes quickly. All the hard work I've put into it pays off, and that we are in a better situation in a year or two. So we're excited and hopeful, but we'll definitely miss this house a lot. It's been a good home for us, but it's okay. It's part of life, and one day we'll find our forever home, I'm sure, but that just is not right now. Enjoy the video. It's a lot of randomness, but I think it'll still be entertaining. Our garage has such a long way to go. I couldn't even film everything because I had to leave some tools out, but I came into the living room and decided to pack these frames away. I want to make our home not personalized as far as like pictures of our family and stuff, so that potential buyers can totally picture themselves in our home. Then I moved into our bathroom, our downstairs bathroom. I did this makeover over on Instagram a long time ago. You can check out my highlights over there if you're interested. But I decided to go ahead and paint this vanity. I just wanted it to be a custom color, so I did a color called Soft Focus, but of course started by sanding and then doing a primer and then went to the paint, and I think the transformation was totally worth it. I couldn't tell you why I started painting the cabinet doors before taking them off, but I finally did. I don't know what I was thinking, but I took them into the garage, and that was a bad idea because bugs just kept flying out of the paint. I kept having to scrape them off, so eventually I took them inside to finish them up. My camera doesn't pick up the color super well here, but I love this color so much. I used it in our upstairs bathroom as well. I just think it's such a good combination of cream without being too stark white. It's a really good soft color. After several hours of drying, this is the final look, an up-close look of that cabinet. It looks so good. It looks like it was meant to be this color the whole time. I just think it really brightens up the room even more and makes it look all fresh and clean. This will be the meatiest part of this video because it was tedious. I have to fix some flooring in different spots of our home, and I am going to be taking it out of this front closet to do that, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to be painting over my hand-painted lines, which I'm so sad about. But first, let's clean up and rip this flooring out. Ripping that up in one big piece was so satisfying, but now that that's cleared out, I'm going to be using that to repair the flooring. And in here, my plan is to do some stick-on tile just for a little added personalization in there. But first I gotta wipe down that spare piece I just pulled out to use before I start cutting it up for the pieces I need to repair. The one thing about this flooring I don't love, as you can see, it's just a vinyl sheet. It rips pretty easily. So if you ever look to buying new flooring, I would not recommend it. See how that little thing is right there? It's ripped up all over the place where we tried to pull out our fridge. I definitely will never be doing vinyl sheets again. I did not have a good experience with it, but it took a while to get the hang of it, but once I did, it went a lot faster than I thought it would. I got the hang of it pretty quickly after the first piece. It was just really, really tedious, but totally worth it. I'll show you the results in just a minute. After a lot of work, I finally got as seamless of a line as I possibly could, and even then you could still see the line because the white part underneath the actual coloring. So I picked this up at Home Depot. It's a vinyl and laminate putty in gray because our flooring has a gray undertone. And this almost feels like caulking to me. That's really like the consistency of it. But I used a putty knife and just got it into the cracks as much as possible. As soon as I applied it though, I got super nervous because it is so gray. I was expecting it to just blend a lot better, and I started wondering if I should have gone with the brown. But as I worked with it and blended it in as much as possible and cleaned away the excess, it looked really, really good. Unless you know exactly where it is and you're looking for it, it's very hard to find it. It blends in really well and doesn't even look like it was repaired. So I was very happy with the results. It was worth all of the hours I put into cutting and getting it all applied and repaired. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think, but I think it looks really, really good. Obviously 100 times better than it being all ripped up, but this was not the last of it. I had another piece over here behind our couch is this wall I did. And when I was putting in these cabinets I made, I accidentally ripped it up. See how easy it is? It just rips right up. It's pretty frustrating, but I got that uninstalled from the wall and pulled it away so that I could start working on that one. Look at all of this stuff that was stuck behind this cabinet. I thought I had been really good about cleaning behind it, but clearly not. Thankfully though, this piece went a lot faster. I had to kind of cut away a few times to get the right sizing and everything, but once I did, it went pretty quickly and looked just as good as the one under the fridge. As soon as I wrapped that up, I very, very carefully put the cabinet back so I didn't rip it again, and then moved back to the coat closet to start working on the stick-on tiles. These are super easy to work with. They're not the highest quality. They're not going to last forever, but it's not a bathroom or a laundry room. It's a coat closet. Nobody even steps foot in there. I think they'll be just fine. And I picked this pattern just because the modern kind of black and white look is pretty predominant throughout our house, and I wanted something that would pop But because of this, I had to paint over these lines that I spent hours hand painting. And yes, I was a little sad, but to me, it's just paint. I can do it again if I really want to. I spent maybe $6 to paint this wall. Obviously, a lot of time went into it, but I got to enjoy it for a little while, and that's what really matters to me. Because I'm taking the mirror with us, I wanted to put these hooks on that main wall instead of on the sides to make it a little bit more functional. We don't have a rod in here because I just wanted it to look more modern, and we really don't need a coat closet because we live in Central Texas. You use a light jacket for most of the winter, but it's nice to have some hooks for when you do need to hang something up. Here is the finished look. It's a lot more simple, but I think it looks really good for a coat closet. Still organized, and I love the pop of customization from that tile. But that is the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.